So if you guys don't believe that with Trump, the cruelty is the point. I mean, I think at this point, it's even beyond being the point. I think it just comes so naturally to him. It's part of him. It's in his DNA at this point. He actually invited all of these people to a town hall to answer questions, his own personal town hall. And I think it was I think the host or the narrator was Christy Nome, the dog killer. Yeah, nice. And talk about cruelty being the point. So is there a message there with that? Or is it just because she's Corey Lewandowski's alleged girlfriend? And so she had an in. But he has this event and he stops and he just, in the middle of it, just stops and starts listening to the music. And he starts swaying to the music like that's a thing. And he clearly was having an issue. And then he later said, and this went on for 40 minutes or something like this, just horribly long time where he just didn't take questions. He just listened to the music at a town hall, swaying to the music. No one came and got him. I mean, does anybody care about this man on a personal level? I mean, I think politically, the people that are really pulling the strings would very, very much like to have, him just sort of kick the bucket after get elected, kick the bucket, and then they're just going to enjoy having President J.D. Vance because he's already proven that he's immoral, anti-American, treasonous. He'll do and say anything to win. He doesn't care about people. Like Trump, he refers to his wife's children like they're not his. They have no names. Just like with Trump when he's talked about Melania has a son. Ooh, hardly father of the year. So they're similar in that regard, kind of these soulless guys with no moral compass. I mean, there's something wrong, obviously. So Trump, he's swaying to the music, and everybody is acting like the MAGA people are acting like, well, this is normal. We believe this line that he meant to do that. We just decided halfway through a town hall to have a concert. So I don't even think that this was just a senior moment. We've all been around people who have had a senior moment. This is not that. This was a full-on medical event. This is on par with what Mitch McConnell had, okay? And the media, even though McConnell is a Republican, he doesn't have that MAGA sheen. Mitch McConnell isn't the guy who's great for clicks and ratings. So, we're not going to get too worried about that. So this should be front page news. I mean, this should be covered wall to wall, okay? But again, I think that the people around him don't care about him. I think that the cruelty is the point is so steeped in them that they just don't care. Or it's a cult and they just believe everything he says. But, we've seen this before. He had people fainting at this event. He doesn't care. But at least it's indoors. I think it was indoors. He only had to do indoor events after I think the Secret Service forced him to go indoors because all summer long he was having these outdoor events. And then there was the alleged assassination attempt for which that ear is healed nicely and quickly. In fact, I don't think I ever saw so much of a scratch. But at those events, people were fainting. It's also harder for the Secret Service to keep him and everybody around him safe. So why does he do them? Well, you think, well, we don't want people fainting, getting heat stroke at my event. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He had them outdoors because it's cheap. He doesn't want to pay for an indoor venue and all that air conditioning, which is expensive. Plus, a lot of venues won't take him because he didn't pay his bills from last time. He owes millions from 2016 and 2020. He just doesn't pay his bills. And we know this because he's done it his entire life in business. There was a makeup person at one of the cable nets whose brother was involved in the Atlantic City casino for Trump. And I think that Trump got the chandeliers from him and stiffed him for, I think, $33,000, something along those lines. The little guy can't afford to sue him, can't afford to chase after the money. So Trump does this to people all the time, all the time. So at the so-called Coachella event, he buses all of these people in. Okay, I don't mean to laugh, but it's so freaking funny. He busts them in. They're all excited, And then after the event, he leaves them there. He didn't have buses take them back. And they're just so happy. They don't even get it. Maybe he's just so confident that he knows he can shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and not lose any supporters. But you kind of think that when he starts doing it to them, maybe they need to get it through their head that it's not just, the brown people, the migrants that he wants to hurt, shoot, kill. which he does. It's not just the press. It's not just his political enemies. He wants to put General Miley in the electric chair. So this is what we're talking about. He's got his former defense secretary saying, yeah, he'll use the military against our own people. He'll do that. He's dangerous. But he's now just sort of taking it for granted that he can do this stuff to anybody, leaving these people in a field at night. You can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave. This is Trump's own Hotel California. This is who he is. This is who he's always been. The fact that we are still playing this game with him, although it's a little more serious than the game 9 years in, there's a reason for it. And it's the media. It's the media. Okay? They let him get away with it. He was good for clicks and ratings, always. Trump, clicks, ratings, eyeballs, good for a laugh. And there are some reporters who are approaching mid-career, if they started their career in 2015, who don't know anything else. They don't know anything except both sidesism. They don't know anything except answering and genuflecting to the corporate media bosses. They think this is what you're supposed to do. He said, she said, rather than reporting the truth. This is very, very dangerous. We've said that before. We know it. We see a little bit happening with the media, doing a little bit better. Is it too little, too late? I'm shocked that this race is now 50-50, neck and neck. But it is. We've got a problem. But Trump, well, he's now cruel to his own people. He doesn't hold an umbrella over his wife's head in the rain or his son's, just for himself. Just for himself. It's not good. It's not good. But at least I guess we can laugh a little bit at the MAGA. They now are subjected to it. Anyway, till next time. Bye.